Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of A Little Bit Woo. We are your hosts, Kirsty and Gemma, and today we are talking about the epic book that is, quite frankly, changing our goddamn lives.
I think it's changing everybody's goddamn lives.
Absolutely. And that is the book, The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins.
So me and Gemma actually became members of a book club, which is not something
I can't read.
Well, it's not something I thought I'd ever be saying because I'm not same. I'm not a reader. I never have been. But actually, with the invention of Audible and things like that, our long journeys that we do when we're working, it's actually a great time to be reading and learning.
I like to call it Automobile University.
Oh, really?
Yes. When I'm in the car listening to a podcast or an audio, I mainly listen to self-development stuff anyway, and I call it Automobile University.
Yeah, but just how much can we learn, like just driving around? I think
Yeah.
it's ace. I love the fact that we can
in between a bit of a car rave as well.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing better than a car rave.
A bit of shooting star.
Been there, seen it, done it. So Kirsty and I went on a course. You might have seen, well, maybe not, on Kirsty's social media. In the mornings, we're like, right, we need to get our vibe up, ready for the day of learning. So there was a video of me and Kirsty singing to Shooting Star by, who actually did that?
Flip and Phil, I think.
Flip and Phil?
I think it's Flip and Phil.
Flip and Flop.
Can
you Google that,
now?
please? And we just had an absolute car rave. And it was so much fun.
Flip and Phil.
Really?
Yeah.
Flipping heck. Flipping Phil. Flipping Phil. Right, anyway, back to the Let Them Theory.
Nothing to do with Flip and Phil.
Yeah, so basically we joined a book club, and it was it January? No, it was February's.
Yeah.
February's one.
We're in March now.
And honestly, honest to God, every single day, Kirsty and I were voice noting each other going, oh, chapter 1, chapter 7, or chapter 9, I think. Was it chapter 7, the one that I think?
Chapter 8, I think it was.
Yeah, and now, I mean, to be honest, I mean, I have a bit of, I get a bit dyslexic brain, so I have to read something about 50 million times for it to actually contain into my memory box part of my brain. But reading it, I literally we kept going, oh my God, like the you know, you just have moments where you literally go, oh my God, that makes so much sense. Yeah. Now I know why X, Y, and Z, that the psychology behind a behavior in a person or whatever. And then, honestly, I'm just going to say it right now. If you've not read that book or listened to the audio or even listened to Mel's podcast, because I've started listening to Mel's podcast, she recently did one with Oprah.
Oh, really?
On the Let Them Theory. And I watched it the other day and I was like, even Oprah is like, you're changing my life.
Yeah.
Honestly, you really need to listen to this book. So today we wanted to have a little general chat about it and actually how we bring the Let Them Theory into the horse world.
Oh, it's
because
so
we seriously need to let them.
So you may be thinking, well, let them do what? And it almost sounds a bit obnoxious. We'll just let them, but that's not really the tone of how it that is how it starts off. Just let people do what they need to do, and do not waste your energy on, you cannot change what they are going to do. I think we're all guilty of, getting so caught up in trying to change people. You just need to let them. But the next part of the book,
which is the best bit in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it is the best bit, and I think Mel even kind of acknowledges that, is the let me.
Yeah. So she refers to the let them as almost like, say if there was a situation I'm just trying to hypothetically, I can't think of a scenario now. Someone's, I don't know, bitching about you at the yard. Let them. The let them bit takes your power back. Now, without the second part, let me, that just looks obnoxious. It could come across as a bit like
Yeah, and you're like, well, where
superior,
do
like,
I go from
well,
that? Just
let them, let
yeah,
them.
yeah,
And also what Mel says is, you know, you let a person do X, Y, and Z, or let them show you how they are, or you can't control anyone, so you just let them. But that doesn't mean to say you're a walkover, pushover.
mm.
It's the let me bit, which has been probably the most significant part that I've taken from this whole book, moved forward.
Well, I think that's why it's been such a like
Yeah.
global success.
The let me bit is, now let me decide how I respond. Let me decide how I move forward. Let me figure out how I navigate.
And take back my power.
Bingo.
Yeah.
That, to me, when I first started reading the book, I was like, oh, just let them. And then when the let me bit came in, I was like, whoa.
Like,
The difference is, I'm naturally quite a compassionate person anyway. And I also, being a truth teller, I let people walk all over me. That's my toxic downside. And I wouldn't say a toxic downside, but that's a part of me that I am always working on, is that navigating from, I'm naturally an overcaring, over generous, over enthusiastic person. And I have in the past, because I am claiming that doesn't happen anymore, I get into a cycle where I let people basically walk all over me. Then I'm the one that gets stung and get hurt, rinse and repeat. The difference is the let me, because you can't change them. So you just got to let them. The let me bit, actually, it changes the narrative. So you start to look through the eyes of compassion.
Yeah.
So let me is giving me that power back to say, how do I respond? And in that moment, because you then can step back and see it from a different narrative, it gives you more a compassionate outlook on any situation in life in general.
Yeah.
And what I love is when I think about the let them theory in terms of the horse world today, we all need to adopt this.
Oh yeah. I think the let them theory would sort out so much of what's going on in the horse world at the minute. Because people are all at their own, they're all at where they're at. And I really like chapter 14. And it's about putting pressure on people to change will only make them push back. And I think so many people, especially with social media.
It's going back to our first podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, going back to
people
putting pressure on people to be perfection, but actually it just makes you push back. The motivation to change needs to come from within that person, and you cannot change that person. And I know myself in the work that I do, that the more I learn, the more I then want to kind of, well, you're not doing that right. And, a couple of years ago, I'd have gone to people and said, oh, no, you need to change this. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing this. But actually, that's not the way to approach people. And I've almost kind of, again, come into it backwards, in that I've found just through trial and error that actually by just leading by example and being, what's the word? I can't think of the word that I'm thinking of.
Like inspiring people.
Inspiring. Yeah, by inspiring people and leading by example in what I do with my own horse or what have you, that actually that's what gets people thinking about changing, not me telling them you need to change that. you know, I almost see it as, I say that I plant seeds now. So I just go out and scatter a few seeds, and I don't force my opinion on anybody, but I show them that there are different ways of looking at things. And then, you know, I'll go back a few weeks later, and the person may have kind of gone down a few of these rabbit holes off their own back, and then I always say that I then water my seeds again, and you know, in 12 months time, the same client who was doing all of these things that I thought, oh my god, that's so damaging to your horse, has now changed everything, and that actually they think it's their idea.
Mm.
Which is great, that's fine, you know, they've gone off and they've done the work, and that's great. But yeah, I think by going in there and telling people that they are wrong is, it just causes pushback.
Mm. So I'm actually looking, I wrote on the 1st of March, actually on my social media, I actually wrote a book review about the let them theory.
Oh, really?
Well, she don't know. I think you liked it. Tells you how much she looks.
I just got like, love, like.
It's Gemma. Love.
I must stay at her top fan.
So I'm just recapping through it. And again, it says it's talking about, you know, this switch about the let me bit. It switches the narratives to give us the choice of how we choose to act or respond. That comes from a place of compassion. And while this applies to relationships, careers, and personal growth, it essentially is so relevant to how we apply it to the equestrian industry, a world that is filled with pressure, perfectionism, opinions, and high expectations.
And there's a lot of them.
Yep, very much so. And, you know, one of the things that I wrote as part of my book review is that I wrote, as equestrians, we can feel guilty of micromanaging sometimes our horses, our progress, or even the opinions of others.
Yeah. But that is social media, isn't it? People just micromanaging everybody.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Let them.
Let them. Now
And
let me. But what if we let go of the need to control?
Yeah.
You know, and do you not also think that actually, if we just go into a little bit of a rabbit hole of social media at the moment and controlling the opinions of others, people are seeing through it.
Oh yeah. People are calling bullshit.
There's a lot, yeah. So you look on social media now, people are very politely moving away, and I have Mel Robbins to thank for that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mel Robbins, for unsubconsciously. Is that the right word?
Subconsciously.
Unsubconscious. What, Gemma? Subconsciously giving us the tools to sieve through the bullshit.
Yeah.
The BS of people trying to control our opinions, and it's not working anymore. So, but then here's one for so I've wrote in my little book review. This book reminds us that let them be horses.
Oh. Ooh, that got me.
Horses are horses and they do not think like us. Their needs and wants are theirs. Whew.
And let us, learn from them.
Yes. It's our role to be as good as a horse owner and to be their partner as best as we can.
Yeah.
Instead
and
of
that's the thing, as best as we can.
Instead of focusing on the results,
Yeah.
we should lean into building on trust and communication. I don't know about you, but my body is tingling right now. I'm like, woo, I love it. Let people have their opinions.
Yeah.
Let them gossip. let them have different methods. That is a big one
Yes.
because I'm guilty of it.
Yeah, me
Be
too.
I think we can all agree is when we see what we see, you can't unsee it.
No. And I think,
And
you
as
know,
therapists, saddle
yeah.
fitters, professionals, it's even harder for us.
Mm,
Really difficult.
yeah.
I
You
mean,
can't unlearn things, can you?
yeah, and you can't unsee them even. It is pretty tricky to navigate it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where the let them theory comes in. So I had a situation this week where I was faced with quite a challenging, nothing to do with me, but a challenging situation that I was at a yard where there was a lot of things happening that I really didn't agree with. And I very politely and professionally let them. And I said nothing. And I was almost being provoked to say something that I could have ended up having a standoff.
Mm.
And I'm just there going, I don't agree with anything that's going on here, but let them.
And it's so difficult in them situations, especially when horse welfare becomes involved, that you're like, I need to stop this. But actually, by mouthing off at somebody
Doesn't take
is just going to create pushback.
exactly.
It
And
just creates resistance. Does that again? Chapter 14.
yeah,
It creates the resistance, and they push back. And actually, they only hear what they want to hear, and they block out what you're saying. That's actually been proved by a neuroscientist that is actually what happens in the brain when somebody's told something that they don't want to hear. They just block it out.
and this goes back to what we were saying right on our first episode.
Yeah.
The only way forward we can change this industry for the good of the horse is by not causing pushback, by not beating drums, by just how you show up, how you let me. It's the
Yeah.
let me bit.
Let me be an inspiration to other people. That's what
Yeah.
it needs to be.
Yeah. Let me show by my own actions. Let me show by my own integrity being the big one.
But like you say, let me show by my actions. That doesn't mean that you go in and show somebody how to do the groundwork or whatever it is that's bothering you with what they're doing with their horse. It's you need to be doing that with your own horse and let them basically nosy at you over the fence while you're doing it and get a little bit curious. And then they start asking questions. And next thing you know, they're asking you to show them. And that's where it comes in. It's not that you bulldoze in and say, let me show you how to do it. They need to come to you and ask you questions. You do not go in what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word.
You just got to lead by example, don't you?
Yeah.
So
unsolicited advice, that's the word I was looking for.
You and your big words. So yeah, so carrying on with what I've written in my review, let people have different methods. We can't
even if
change
you don't agree
them.
with them.
Let them.
Yeah.
Let them. Therapies. That's a massive one. We get so caught up with, oh, my horse needs this therapy. Oh, no, and mine, you need to have that. Just let
them go and figure it out. Let them spend the money.
Tack. Well, we won't dive down that rabbit hole.
Let them, Gemma.
Yes, let them. But
they'll find their own way. And I definitely think.
But I'm a fine example
Yeah.
of the let them.
Yeah.
Let me show you there is a hope.
Yeah.
There is another way that we can all have healthy backed horses.
Yeah, well, I'm the same in what I do.
Yeah.
Let me show you that your horse is not completely broken. And there is hope.
Always.
Always hope.
Ride or not to ride. Let them.
Yeah.
Compete or not compete, etc. let them. We can't control what others think, so why on earth are we wasting time?
Well, this is what it boils down to, isn't it? That we, by jumping on everything, it absolutely, again, comes back to our first podcast, saps the energy out of everything.
And the joy.
And the joy. Just absolutely. Like, if you're, just into everybody's business all day, every day, and not actually focusing on your own life, how much energy is that sapping away from the joy that you can be having with your own horse?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I completely get that it can be so frustrating, especially if you're on a livery yard and you can see things happening right in front of your eyes, but you just go at a different time. Find a way that you can take yourself out of that situation and just let the person do what they're doing. And if you can lead by example or inspire them or just get them a little bit curious as to what you're doing that you want them to change that behavior of, then that's what you need to be doing.
Yeah.
And not giving unsolicited advice. And I
think one of the things that I love is we have to let yourself enjoy the process.
Yeah, we've all been there
often. Yeah, we get some, riders can get caught up in goals and actually forget why we do it in the first place, which comes back to joy. And I love the book, how it's encouraging us to embrace not only our own journey and not the destination, but by empowering this let me gives you're looking at me with a really cute smile right now.
Do you know what I've just seen? Because you've got your LM top on. I was like, let me.
Oh, cool. Sorry, Lavinia. Our business is Lavinia
That was
Mitchell.
so
It's
weird.
not
I was
anymore.
just
It's
like,
called Let Me.
oh my God.
I
LM?
thought she was staring at my boobs, to be fair.
Well.
I was like, what are you looking at?
I was just
my
like,
boobs.
Let me.
Yeah, I've lost my train of thought now. Flipping heck.
Can I have a rewind?
Where the crowd say bolt selector. It's this, isn't it? I feel like we should be re-nicknaming our A Little Bit Woo to A Little Bit Joy podcast. Because every episode, it comes back to joy.
Too late now, love.
Sorry. It comes back to joy, doesn't it?
Yeah, every time.
Of this.
I mean,
we can't control people.
As well, but no.
We can't, so here's what I want to say to everyone. If you get bogged down, again, coming back to episode 1, if you've not listened to episode 1, please do your girls a solid and go and listen to episode 1. If you are bogged down with the do's, the don'ts, the ifs, the buts, the whys, the maybes, and you're just a little bit stuck, let them. Let me.
And go buy the Let Them Theory book.
Yeah, literally. I can't stress how reading this book has given me it's given me almost like a new lease of life.
Well, I feel like I've got energy that I didn't have, but that's because I'm not getting bogged down on things that I was, my energy was going into things that I didn't need to be putting my energy into.
Now, don't get me wrong. We're going to throw a disclaimer. I've had a bit of a whoopsie-doo. We're only human. We're not perfect. I'm certainly not perfect. And, even in situations, the let them theory is it's hard. I've had that very recently where I've had to sit in a car and go, let them let me, let them let me. And, here's the thing, that alone is power back that I never had weeks ago.
Yep.
That's pretty epic.
Yep.
And it's it's funny. A friend of ours, Amelia, I encouraged her to listen to the audio, and she's listened to it a half a dozen times now, and she came back and she's like, Jem, this has changed my life.
Yeah.
And jokingly went, when are we getting the tattoos? And me and Kirsty have both been like, when are we getting the tattoos? We now have matching bracelets that say let them, let me. And I can't emphasize it's the let be. For me, it's the let me bit that changed my goddamn life.
Yeah.
So it's a must read. Please, please, please grab yourself a copy, download it. I'm sure we can leave a link to.
I'll see what I can do in the notes.
So you can see what I can do. Are we wrapped up, do you reckon?
Yeah. All wrapped up.
All wrapped up and ready to go.
Let me.
I love this. It's pretty. It's a pretty phenomenal book, and I'm sure we'll be diving into other books as we carry on our little book club. It's not so little book club.
It's a big book club.
It's a very how many
not
people
big
are in big butt?
A big butt club.
Well,
it's not for big butt people.
I have a big butt, so I fit
really
nice
we both fit in.
In the club.
I like big butts.
And I came at that.
No, the book club.
Book club. Let's also have a northern accent. It's a book. You have to say it like Scouse.
A book.
It's a book club.
A book.
Going to the book
That's
club.
very Stokey as well, isn't it?
I don't know.
Well, you live near there.
Oh, that's true. Well, I think that wraps us up for today's conversation. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to add a comment and follow us on our socials.
And subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe. And we will see you, friends, next Tuesday for a little bit. Woo!
Woo woo!